we can be having conversations about what we're learning with those government officials that can help to continue to move things forward.
Hey folks, Flo here at Scaling Up 2024. I'm here with Tamara, who is a delegate here coming from Imperial Oil. First off, maybe a brief introduction and what brings you here.
Sure, thank you. Well, I appreciate that, Flo, and appreciate being a delegate for the first time at the Scaling Up conference here in Ottawa. I'm here as a representative of Imperial and ExxonMobil and our newly formed Low Carbon Solutions organization. I'm responsible for looking at bringing waste feedstocks into our portfolio to make biofuels and voluntary carbon offsets.
That makes perfect sense if you introduce it like this. Could you expand a little bit on what you're hoping to achieve? Do you have a mission, or are you sort of just sussing it out for future opportunities?
Well, we're within a fairly big organization, Imperial Oil, ExxonMobil, as a company that we work very closely with. And coming to an event like this, it often takes me by surprise that we surprise others in our innovation in the space of low carbon solutions. So in some ways, we're here to introduce ourselves as not only a provider of very important traditional fuels and products, but also a company that's innovating in the space of low carbon offer. And part of that is not just to share what we're working on, but also to be humbly learning from other organizations that have made advancements that we can either look at bringing within our portfolio or learning from that work that they've done. So being here allows us not only to look at and share what we're doing, but also learn from those that have done so much else that could possibly help to advance the bioeconomy.
That makes a lot of sense. You'll forgive me for saying that it seems like in the media or in the public discourse, oil and gas and let's say the bioeconomy might often be polarized or presented as opposites. And what you're describing right now is almost the opposite, is that there are actually real opportunities for collaboration. Would you agree with that?
Couldn't agree more, Flo. And one of the things that we like to say at Imperial and ExxonMobil is that it is the and equation, that we need to continue to provide lower intensity, lower emission fuels and products, and also those that are currently provided to keep people moving in their vehicles and on airplanes and those vessels that are moving your goods around the world. So it's the and. And we are needing to collaborate with other organizations, with government, smaller and mid-sized organizations to Imperial and ExxonMobil that have made advancements that we can then look to potentially work alongside or learn from to help move energy transition forward. So it's very, to your point, it's an and equation, and
not
it's
an
collaboration.
Yeah, exactly.
Not an or, yes.
Exactly. So as a delegate, since you're here for the first time, I'd love to actually ask you a little bit about your experience. What has it been generally before I dig in a little bit more?
Well, it's been both a wonderful balance, to the point of an and equation. It's been a wonderful balance of listening and learning from the various presenters, the panelists, but also being able to network and spend time over those wonderful coffee breaks, those events that have been organized to build connections, to share business cards, LinkedIn connects with each other so that we can be fostering these business relationships that are going to help to drive this bioeconomy, the envelopment of waste feedstocks of Canadian natural resources into fuel and energy production for the future. So it's been just a tremendous balance of both. And it's also been really fun to be here and
at the beautiful Fairmont.
Great location, great people, and not only those that are perhaps a bit more advanced in career and stage, but also those that are the next generation of leaders are very present here. They're bringing what they're learning in school. There's PhD candidates, the new tools that they're developing, the analytics that can help to, again, drive that bioeconomy forward. So that's been also a real joy about being here, is that full generational.
Any key takeaways, either on the format, any observations, or even just any learnings in terms of the subject matter?
I think I've been very appreciative of how Scaling Up looks at bringing industry and government organizations together and helping to bridge not gaps, but create further bridges so that we can continue to have the right conversations. There's so much great work that's been done in the space of Canadian regulatory support to move biofuels and bioproducts forward. At the same time, we can be having conversations about what we're learning with those government officials that can help to continue to move things forward and to continue to advance. And doing that in Ottawa is just that extra special gift of this particular conference.
Yeah, we've seen Shell come here in past years. We've seen Suncor here as well, so it's great to see you as well. Do you plan to come back next year, you or your team?
Without question, yes. And we've already taken some photos of my colleague and I, Michelle Belisle, who was on one of the panels speaking about carbon intensity. We've already taken some photos with some of the various banners, et cetera. We can take them back to the head office and share what a great experience it's been, what a great investment in time, and we would certainly encourage other colleagues to join us next year.
Thank you very much for your time, Tamara. It's been a pleasure chatting with you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Great.